is called Bounty, just like the chocolate bar. Now what we're going to do with Bounty is train him right up at the front of the class. It means that you guys can have a good look at him, and more importantly, you can have a good look at him and him you. But what we do ask is, while Bounty's out, please do keep any little ones in their seats and back from the class. You can't tell because Vicky is not on a microphone, but she is in fact Scottish, and she will kick your children out of the way, so you have been warned. It'd be a rubbish end to your day if that happened. Now the first thing that we're going to do is make sure everyone's friends today. Now Bounty is very good at making friends, so he's going to give you a big wave. Just give him a wave for adults as well. We're all very friendly people here. So once again, please do keep your children back from the class. Thank you. Now Bounty, you're going to help us out. And a question that we are going to answer with you is actually, well, how do we train our sea lions? Now we use a method of training called positive reinforcement. So when the sea lions do a good job, they get something that they like. Now Bounty likes lots of different things, but can anyone think what his most favourite thing is? Shout it out, go on! Fish, yeah, Bounty loves fish, it's one of his favourite things. He eats about 5 kilograms of fish every single day, so his breath is terrible. Now he also likes other things, just like people. He likes toys, games, attention, and no pressure, but in a show he likes a certain noise. And what is that noise, Bounty? Now you've heard the exact noise you guys are going to do, so we're going to do it in 3, 2, 1! Oh, beautiful. That was not embarrassing at all. Now normally we just use fish to train our sea lions. We wouldn't want to look silly. And when we first start training, we introduce them to a whistle, just like the one Vicky has. All that we do is blow the whistle, give them a fish, and we keep repeating this over and over until Bounty understands the noise that that whistle means good, you're going to get a nice reward. And then at that point what we do is we introduce a very weird looking stick that we call a target stick. And very simply, we just hold it out to Bounty's nose. The first time we keep it really simple, we just blow the whistle when his nose and the targets are touching, then reward him. But what we can start doing is moving that target away a few centimetres by a time until we get to this point. So we can move Bounty all over the place just by using that target. We're going to go for one more and give him a cheer. That was lovely. We do is we use the target and we shape behaviours. One thing that was trained using a target is getting Bounty to spin around in the water. We literally did a centimetre at a time, spinning it clockwise, but now you can see Bounty knows how to spin. The thing is, when Bounty's following the target, it's a little bit too easy once he knows what he's doing. So we take the target away and we replace it with a cue. So this is our way of asking Bounty to spin without using the target. And as you can see, he's decided to do it today, and he's being a beautiful little ballerina just like Vicky. So Bounty knows loads of different cues. He's very, very clever. We can ask him to do something that we call Go Away Bounty, where he goes to the other side of the theatre, and then we can ask him using another cue to do a different behaviour. So this one is Bounty looking a little bit embarrassed. So the cues are brilliant because it means the sea lions are always concentrating on us, using their brains, and they have a choice, which is really, really important, and something that Bounty is quite happy about. Now, when it comes to our training, the targets are a brilliant way to train, but there is another way that we can train our sea lions. And we do something called capturing, where we just capture behaviours as they happen. So Bounty making noise, every time he did that, we just blew the whistle and rewarded him. He's quite a noisy sea lion anyway, he likes the sound of his own voice. So we just kept rewarding him for making noise and just paired it with a cue. So now it's like an on-off switch. So Bounty, you're having a good Easter. Yeah, have you been very well behaved? Are you sure about that, Bounty? There we go, he's Vicky after the show, and she will teach you how this on-off switch works. But lots of things have been captured with little Bounty. So one of the things that you might see is him doing a nodding motion. So this nodding motion is what sea lions naturally do when they eat very big fish. They do not chew their food whatsoever, so they have to do that to get it down into their tummies. And we've just captured it, and now we have to point at Bounty, and he agrees with everything that we say. It's like having the best boyfriend in the world. Now Bounty, the idea behind our training is not only to get you using your brain with all those different cues that we have, but we can do it for lots of different reasons. One of the reasons that we can train you is to exercise you. Exercise is very important. You might not always want to do it, but we need to keep you as fit and healthy as possible. So we're going to see if Bounty can do some really big jumps out of the water. So if he does manage to hit both of these balls, we're going to give him a great big cheer. So there's one. Can he go round and get the next one? Give him a cheer if he does. Now a really good way of exercising Bounty that always looks really lazy on our board is actually what we call a scatter feed. And we just throw fish everywhere. We normally do it with all three sea lions in the water, so they're all having to race each other to get to the fish. The Bounty's going in different directions, he's having to use his really big flippers, and he's having to use his whiskers as well. He's got 76 super sensitive whiskers, so they're feeling for the vibrations that the fish is giving off and giving them a workout too. That's naturally what sea lions would use to do their hunting, so it is really important to work them out. Now the best bit of exercise that any of our sea lions can do involves a little bit of climbing. They're brilliant climbers because they can actually stand on all four of their flippers. So we're going to see if Bounty can head up to that tower in the corner. He's doing lots of exercise, but there is only one way to get back in, so we're going to give him a big cheer in 3, 2, 1! Nice work. Now Bounty, you've behaved yourself, so we're going to let you go and have a break and bring out another sea lion for you guys to meet. Now Bounty here is the youngest of all three of our sea lions. He's 13 years old and he originally came to us from over in Ireland. He's from Belfast too. When Bounty came here, he had had no training whatsoever. So he had lots and lots of energy that he didn't really know what to do with. Now he still has lots of energy, it's quite exhausting sometimes. But because we can train him, we can get it focused, which is really good. But we're going to give him a cheer as he goes on in. Now the next sea lion who will be coming out is the oldest of the bunch. His name is Callum. And Callum's very different than Bounty. Bounty's like a happy toddler. He's just enjoying being involved and seeing people. Whereas Callum is a little bit of a diva. He thinks he's the sea lion equivalent to Beyonce. So when Callum does come out, give him a really, really big cheer to make him feel welcome. There he is, the beautiful cow. He's already given us a cheer. Now Callum, we were talking a little bit about training and why on earth we train you, because it happens all the time. We train our sea lions at least 3 times a day, every single day. But the exercise is a really good way of getting them using loads of different muscles. So we can do really silly things like just get them down and moving on the ground. Using those cues, we can get Callum to use lots of different muscles in his body and again, work out his brain. These guys are about as intelligent as the average 3 or 4-year-olds, so we always want them to be mentally stimulated. So as you can see right now, Callum's doing all sorts. He's using loads of different parts of his body and he's having to concentrate too, which is what we want. Now give him a cheer, that was pretty good. Now the great thing about training our sea lions is it means that we can get a little bit closer and do things like health checks. Callum may look cute and cuddly, but he currently weighs 164 kilograms. He's in the same danger category as lions or tigers, and he's got some pretty big teeth. Thankfully for us, he's a bit more intelligent than a land lion, so this means we can train him to join in with all of his health checks. So we can do all sorts. We can open up Callum's mouth and have a trip to the dentist. This is really important for Callum especially, because before he came here, he had 2 abscesses on his lower jaw. So 8 of his teeth had to be removed. He's a little bit gummy on that bottom jaw, but we check on it every single day. And right now it's going to look like Callum is just having a little trip to the spa. He's having a nice massage, which he's very happy about. But what Vicky is doing is looking for cuts, scrapes, lumps, bumps, maybe something that is not quite right with Callum. Now if there was a problem, what we'd have to do is get the vet down. Now the vet's a lovely lady, she's really nice. But the thing is, vets normally only show up when you're not feeling very well. So an animal might not think very highly of a vet. So what we do when the vet comes down is we don't have Callum on his stand like this. We ask him to get into the most impressive position you're going to see all day. Wow, look at him being a sausage, I know, it's exciting. Now this is what we call a lie-out. We're actually practicing this before one of our shows earlier on. And Callum will lie nice and flat on the ground, and what we do is we actually have a feel of his back flippers. So we work on things like giving the sea lions injections and getting blood from them as well. And when we want to do this, we want the sea lions to be completely awake. They don't do very well under anaesthetic, it's very easy to lose them. So we want them to be cooperating in all of their health checks and getting rewards for being nice and calm. But Callum, you are looking absolutely gorgeous as ever, so I think you should give yourself a great big cheer. Go on, very nice. Now we've done a little bit of health checks. Callum's had a little bit of exercise, that's always nice. But the best way to do exercise is to pretend you're not even doing it. And you can do that through games. So what we're going to do is play Callum's favourite game in the entire world. And this is actually a game of basketball. Now I am going to warn you before we throw this into the water, it can go over the glass. So if you're in maybe the first or second row, just have your hands ready, because it's not getting splashed by a sea lion you need to worry about, it's getting hit in the face with a basketball. That'd be pretty rubbish. So you have been warned. Hopefully Callum will be well behaved. You never quite know with Callum, because as you can see, he's pretty powerful behind that. So he is again using those whiskers, and this is something that Callum genuinely enjoys. So we love to play this game with him, even if it does come with its slight risks occasionally. But he can play with this for as little or as long as he likes. And sometimes he's there for quite a while. But he doesn't really like playing this game with the other sea lions because he's a bit of a spoilt boy. He doesn't like sharing his toys. That's a little bit rubbish. But he is okay at letting people get involved with the next game. He's okay with that one. Because what we're going to do is work out those whiskers again. We're going to throw 5 rings over to Callum and he's going to catch them. It's a great way of working out his flexibility because Callum is a sea lion. So he doesn't actually have a collarbone. So Callum, why don't you show everyone just how flexible you are? Yeah, pretty flexible. So we're going to throw those rings over. There's only one problem. I'm from Manchester, I can't count. Vicky's from Scotland, she's got no hope. So you guys are going to do the counting for us? Oh, don't all jump up at once, I know it's exciting. Now we're going to try again, and remember you have got a line. We're going to do numbers with sea lions! I don't think you're really into this, but it's fine. The longer it goes on, the more fun you'll have, I promise you. Now the first one is 1, so as loud as you can, with ring numbers! Vicky clearly had a great time, and you guys think you could be having as much fun as Vicky, so you've got 4 rounds. So here we go, the numbers! A C minus, that's what I'll give that. Now Callum, that was great. We've done a little bit of exercise. play some games, and we enjoyed that. That was really, really fun. But what we're actually going to do is, fingers crossed, show something off that Callum has been working on. I don't know how well this is going to go because it's not a finished behaviour yet. But we're going to see if Callum can attempt a backflip. Sea lions are pretty good at this in the wild. Now if he does manage anything that looks vaguely like a flip, we're going to give him a massive cheer, so here we go. Can he do it? But you are a wonderful sea lion. You can do lots of different things. Now before we end our show, you can show off in any way. You've just got to tell people how you're going to show off. Just share with the group. Oh my goodness, are you excited? I know I am. Or maybe they don't speak sea lion. Now it looks like Callum is heading up that tower in the corner. Give him a great big cheer so he jumps up there. And we're going to say easy peasy. Now this does bring us to the end of our sea lion show. If you have any questions whatsoever, Nikki and I will be around the side of the theatre in just a couple of minutes.